a great day for dog puzzles. It's been raining, so my dog did not get to go on his morning walk with the dog walker. We had a lot of rain, so the ground is soggy and muddy, so I doubt we'll be playing frisbee this evening. I have taken his daily meal, which is 2.5 cups of kibble, and I've embedded it in these 5 puzzles. In a few moments, I will release my dog to work the puzzles and have his meal for the day. This is a great indoor activity when going outside is not possible. Here's my dog, Murphy. He's chomping at the bits to eat. He's hungry, so I'm going to release him. Murphy, break. I've sped up the video while Murphy works on his puzzles and gets his daily meal. Murphy is a 2.5-year-old Labradoodle. We call him our Wackadoodle. Some members in the training club are well acquainted with Murphy and his reactivity issues. We have been working hard to resolve his overactivity, which has been challenging during the pandemic, but I feel he has made significant progress and that when we are able to meet again, you will see a big improvement in him. I wanted to talk about the advantages of dog puzzles. Dog puzzles exercise the brain and provide stimulation. They improve cognitive ability. They are entertaining, challenging, and they can provide problem solving. As Murphy works his puzzles, I can almost see the little neurons firing in his brain. They work a dog's natural hunting instinct. They are boredom busters. This is one of the main reasons I use puzzles. They are a great way to engage a dog and burn off some energies. Puzzles slow down eating. If I dump that 2.5 cups of kibble into a bowl, Murphy will inhale it in less than a minute. Working these puzzles will take him 10.5 minutes, and I could easily stretch that to 15 minutes by adding more or harder puzzles. Toys involving chewing and gnawing help to clean a dog's teeth and gum line. In my opinion, a healthy mouth is a healthier dog. Next, I'm going to show some toys and puzzles that I use with Murphy. I'm going to start off with some do-it-yourself projects. I am a DIYer and I try to be thrifty. I like using and reusing items I already have around the house. The first is this braided rope, which I made from scraps of leftover fleece. If you don't have fleece, take an old t-shirt that's destined for the rag bag or Goodwill and cut it into strips. This makes a great toy for tug or playing fetch. You can also embed treats or kibble in between the braids for your dog to retrieve. Don't toss those cardboard tubes from the center of toilet paper rolls. I have a couple uses for them. Put baby carrots in them, crimp the ends, and hide several around the living room. Start off with easy hiding places and build up to harder spots as your dog catches on to the game. Just remember where you hid them in case your dog does not find them all. Otherwise, you'll have rotting, molding carrots in a few days. This next idea has been a big hit in our house. I take about 5 of these tubes, I fill them with kibble, crimp the edges, and I put them in a shallow cardboard box and cover them with toys. My dog has to go foraging through his toys to find the cardboard tubes and bust open the cardboard tubes to get his kibble. He really seems to have fun. Take 3 paper cups, hide a treat under one and slide the cups around and let your dog find the treat. It's nose work, a game, and a trick all in one. This is a work in progress. I still have to smooth out all the rough edges. I've taken some leftover PVC pipe. My husband put some holes in it. I would not have put as many holes in it to keep it more challenging. He's the softie, I'm the drill sergeant. I bought caps at the hardware store for 97 cents each. The dog noses the tube across the floor and the treats fall out. I've seen people do the same thing with water bottles and such. Just make sure there's no rough edges. Take a retired kitchen towel, put some treats in it, and roll it up. To make it a little harder, fold in the sides so the treats can't fall out the sides as the dog unrolls the towel. Finally, take an old muffin tin, one that you don't plan on baking in. Your family and friends will appreciate that. And find 12 tennis balls. You don't necessarily need to buy tennis balls. I'll tell you how to get them for free. Walk your dog around the tennis courts when no one is playing, and in a week or so you will have found 12 abandoned tennis balls. Or if you know someone who plays a lot of tennis or a tennis coach, ask them for their dead tennis balls. Tennis balls lose their bounce over time. Instead of throwing them out, ask them to throw them in your direction. I usually fill 6 or 7 of the cups with a few bits of kibble. I don't fill all 12. Moving on to purchase toys, here are 6 toys that can be filled with kibble or treats. I consider these puzzles because they provide entertainment and stimulate the brain. The dog needs to problem solve how he is going to get that treat. I try to shove the largest treat I can possibly fit in the toy, which can be a workout for me at times, trying to get it in there without breaking it. The dog has to gnaw on the toy long and hard to break it up. These toys help to clean the dog's teeth and gums. The front three would be for a small dog or puppies. The three in the back are for large dogs and heavy chewers. The packaging of the green pickle made me laugh out loud, as it described the product as virtually indestructible. Murphy will accept this challenge. I don't know the name of this toy. I call it the Wobble Ball. It's a great toy and it holds a lot of kibble. I can fit 2 cups in here. It's a bit tedious to fill. You basically have to load it 1 piece at a time. I get impatient and I try to drop 3 or 4 pieces of kibble down the hole, but it invariably clogs up. You put the kibble in the top, you slide the cover closed and put on the top. The kibble falls out of the single hole at the bottom. The hole can be adjusted for the size of the kibble, and it takes Murphy a good 10 to 15 minutes to empty this. It's a great toy to use if you need to slow down eating. Who doesn't love Kong and Kong-like toys? They are so durable. They are a great way to occupy a dog for a long time. I have 4 of them. I stuff them all at the same time, wrap each one in wax paper, and freeze them. Murphy gets one on Sunday mornings as we view our church service on TV, since we physically cannot go to church due to the pandemic. I have heard that a straw should be inserted into ones like this because a vacuum can be created and pull the dog's tongue into the toy, causing injury. I don't know if there's any truth to this, but I'm not going to take any chances. I worried about Murphy possibly chewing the straw and swallowing small pieces, so I found these chew sticks, which are hollow in the middle, and I insert them instead. I love these rubbery balls with the big holes in them. This ball has 10 to 12 strips of t-shirt fabric stuffed in there and about 20 Charlie Bear treats. Members of the club introduced me to Charlie Bears and freeze-dried liver treats, and they're my go-tos. I took a t-shirt out of the Goodwill bag and I cut it into 1.5-inch wide strips going from side seam to side seam. I roll several treats into about 5 strips of fabric and shove them into the ball. I then fill the rest of the ball with as many fabric strips as I can fit in there. It takes them a while to free all the fabric from the ball and get the treats. On to actual dog puzzles that I have purchased. I buy the majority of my dog puzzles from Amazon. They have a good selection. I enjoy reading the reviews. Recently, I purchased several puzzles from Chewy.com. They also have a great selection. I have found the brick and mortar stores such as Petco and PetSmart have a very poor selection. They might have 1 or 2 puzzles in their store and they don't seem very interesting. I have not checked out their websites though. These first 2 puzzles were recently purchased from Chewy.com. Chewy was having a sale, spend $50, get $15 off. If you haven't figured it out by now, I'm all about a bargain. Anyway, I just pulled them out of the box this morning. They're going back in their boxes after this video because they're Christmas presents. This first one looks super easy. Murphy will have this figured out in 15 seconds. This looks like it would be a good beginner puzzle for a dog that's new to dog puzzles. I'm very excited about this second puzzle. It has 3 options. The first option, insert the green disc, put kibble in the 8 compartments. The dog slides the disc around to get to the kibble. It looks like a lot of fun. Remove the sliding disc and there's 4 green covers. This would be fairly easy for most dogs. Remove the cover, eat the kibble. To make it a little different, you can put in this white insert. When you put the white insert in, the green covers become they're no longer removable. They actually slide around the puzzle. I hope this puzzle is durable and withstands the abuses of a dog. I love that there are 3 options and that you can change it up. This is a puzzle I've had for quite some time. It's showing some wear. A lot of the wear on these puzzles is my fault. I did not get the puzzle up fast enough after the kibble was consumed and Murphy started chewing on it. This puzzle is fine, but it is not one of my favorite. I hate these removable towers. There is another puzzle on Amazon and Chewy that looks like fun, but I have not purchased it because it has these same pieces. Here's my issue. These pieces roll and disappear. I will spend a minute or 2 searching for them, then I give up, figuring they will show up eventually. I put the toy up. I do eventually find the pieces hours or days later in some obscure part of the room and wonder how the heck it got this far. It doesn't help that one of the pieces blends in with my carpeting. I have discovered that I prefer puzzles that do not have removable pieces, but especially pieces that can roll. This puzzle is destined for the trash. Murphy has destroyed it. It was a hard puzzle. Puzzles have levels of difficulty. Level 1 is the easiest. Level 2 is more difficult. Level 3 is the hardest and involves sequencing. This was a level 3. In its original form, there were white levers that had to be pulled out of the sides for the tops to move freely and expose the kibble. Basically, all the white pieces had to be pulled out before he could get to most of the kibble. I saw this toy flying in the air a lot. I thought it had wings. In my opinion, the white pieces came out dislodged from the toy too easy, and they were hard to put back in. I will not be replacing this puzzle as it did not hold up well to the rough handling of my dog. This is a fun puzzle, and you can vary up the level of difficulty. It had 6 drawers. 2 of mine are missing now. That's on me. When the bones are aligned correctly, the drawer opens freely. If you turn the bone, the drawer will not open until the bone is aligned correctly. This puzzle was a learning lesson for me. I introduced the puzzle with all the bones turned so the drawers would not open. My dog's a genius, right? Murphy got so frustrated. The puzzle went airborne several times. I took the puzzle up and I gave him the kibble. The next 2 days, I got down on the floor and I showed him how to turn the bones. By the 4th day, he'd figured it out. Learn from my mistake. Start off with the easiest mode. Put the kibble in the drawers and have them open freely. After a few days, maybe turn one of the bones so that the drawer won't open, and progress until all the bones are turned and the drawers won't open freely. This puzzle must be from the same manufacturer. The colors are identical. I like this puzzle a lot. It can hold a ton of kibble. You don't have to fill every compartment. You can also vary the level of difficulty. In the easier mode, put the kibble in the red boxes. Next, put the kibble in the compartments underneath the boxes. To make it even harder, add the white bones that come with the puzzle. The dog will have to remove the bones to move the boxes to get to the kibble underneath. Aw, here's Murphy's first puzzle, the one that started it all. I was looking for ways to wear down my overly energetic puppy, and I read about puzzles. Sure, I'll give it a try. He figured it out in 30 seconds. No kidding. So much for wearing him out. I still love this puzzle though. It's super durable, nothing has been chewed, and nothing is missing. If your dog is a little slow to embrace puzzles, start out putting kibble in the depressions and slide the cover over the kibble. Once they figure out how to retrieve the kibble, then slide the knobs up so they'll have to move the knobs before they can uncover the kibble. This is a great puzzle for beginners. This is Murphy's latest puzzle. He got it for his birthday. I like this puzzle. It has 3 tiers. Each tier has 4 bone-shaped cutouts to put kibble in, so it holds quite a bit of kibble. The tiers spin freely. To add difficulty, it comes with 2 bones that can be placed in the cutouts. When I put the bones in the top cutouts, he's able to get them out fairly easily. Putting the bones in the middle or lower tier makes it a little bit more difficult. I think he has a hard time getting his snout in there. I see him pawing at it a lot to get those free. He really seems to enjoy this puzzle. I'm very glad that I got it. The final puzzle is a snuffle mat. I'm sure many of you are familiar with these. I made mine, of course, using leftover fleece and a dish mat that I bought at Dollar Tree. Unfortunately, I haven't seen these dish mats at Dollar Tree in over a year. They now have these clear plastic ones that are flimsy. I like this one because it's stiffer. But you can use anything that has holes that you can secure the fabric to. I've seen people use doormats before. Or you can purchase them off of Etsy. Snuffle mats are great fun for a dog and work that natural hunting instinct that many dogs have. My snuffle mat holds about a cup of kibble. I really bury my kibble down to the base of the snuffle mat and make it hard for him to get to. But if you're just starting out or your dog has a short snout, you might want to keep your kibble closer to the surface. As I conclude this video, I wanted to include some special considerations. Not every dog likes puzzles, so you might want to start with some DIY ones, like the muffin tin, to test the water. Always supervise your dog when they're playing with puzzles. As you've seen, many have movable and removable parts that could potentially hurt a dog, or the toy or puzzle could be destroyed. If your dog appears to be getting frustrated or it's been longer than 5 minutes and they are not making progress, take the puzzle up, give them the kibble or treats that are inside, and try again another day. I clean my puzzles about once a month. I put them out on the patio, hose them off, scrub them with soapy water, rinse them well, and let them sit in the sunshine for the rest of the day. I do that with all the puzzles except the snuffle mat. I did that once. It took 4 days for it to dry. I thought it was going to mold. So if I have to clean it, I will just end up replacing it. I hope you have enjoyed this video on dog puzzles. We certainly miss everyone at the training club, and I look forward to the time we can be together again. Take care.